Welcome, welcome! It's Mud Dog with the Texas Space Navy bringing you another Star Citizen video. And as you can see, today we're going to talk about the Tumbril Nova Tank. The first ever tank in Star Citizen. And this thing is a lot of fun to play with. It's got some really good strengths and some really bad weaknesses at the moment. Hopefully some of those will be fixed. I don't really illustrate the weaknesses in this particular video. Just some things I've picked up from some other people in the community that have posted their own videos testing a few of these things out. I actually got this footage about 2 or 3 days ago on the PTU, so it is not the very latest possible information about this vehicle that you can get. I will try to sprinkle that in here. So let's talk about the Tumbril Nova. So Tumbril's new Nova is a classic battlefield warrior. It's reimagined for the modern age. This heavy tank offers a devastating combination of weaponry to eliminate threats on the ground and in the air. We'll get into the weaponry in just a second. This thing is about 16 meters long, 7 wide, sorry, and 5 tall. So it's a very big tank, or a very big vehicle. It can travel at 20 meters a second, so that's like almost 50 miles an hour. So it's fairly quick. It matches up fairly well with current modern, battle tanks, main battle tanks, like the M1 Abrams. You can also find out what kind of radars, computers, etc. it has in it. I think it's got all size 0 components for the most part. So radar, computer, power plant, coolers. I heard it had 3 size 0 shields. I want to say these are going to have to be upped, or the armor is going to have to be incredibly buffed, which they don't have armor in the game yet. Like, they don't have the actual values in the game. It's running off of hit points at the moment. So let's kind of talk about the guns that it's carrying. On the very top, this thing's got 2 size 2 repeaters. And, that could be pretty effective, because you got to think about it that, the cutlasses and stuff, Cutlass Red comes with a couple of size 2 repeaters and a couple of size 2 distortions. So, yeah, I mean, size 2s aren't too bad. I mean, by itself, it's not going to probably get the job done. But that's why it comes with a size 5 cannon. And this cannon does a massive amount of damage. I think they said it's 26,000 hit points worth of damage right now. It's a ballistic gun, so it's gonna penetrate through shields. I think they say it goes through almost all the shields fairly quickly. So it's pretty nasty. I love firing the thing. It sounds good. It feels good. It's a lot of fun. And then it comes with, I think, 24 size 2 or size 3 missiles. So it's size 2 missiles, sorry. So a lot of missiles that can help you deal with some of those aerial enemies that you may face in the game. Again, I really like this thing. It feels really good. I would definitely recommend that you set up your controls that you can use them, I guess, however way that it's going to be more comfortable for you. I didn't have all my controls set up like I would like them in this demonstration, but you can see a lot of the switches in here are usable. You can fire this thing while you're moving from the driver's seat here. It's not real easy to be on target or anything. It will roll over several different size rocks like a champ. It's pretty quick, like I said. It's very maneuverable for a tank. You're going to slide around just about any planet that you're on. It's almost like doing, some drifting donuts and stuff. It's pretty cool, actually. Probably a little too much. I think they could probably tone back the drifting a little bit. I almost tipped it over there. I have not attempted to do so. It could be interesting to see what happens when you tip one of these things over. Because lately, with Tumbril Cyclones, the Ursa Rovers, etc., they will kind of flip back on their own. And I know in the future that's probably not really going to be a thing. That's just something they have right now to make gameplay a little more enjoyable for the meantime. So we're going to park out here outside the Armistice Zone. We're going to pop into the turret here, and we're going to give the gun a few shots. Maybe shoot at the M2 over here. See if it does any real damage, which I don't even know if I'm actually hitting the thing. But you can see the gun is pretty massive. And for some reason, it didn't pick up the sounds when I took this recording, so you can't hear the gun, but it sounds impressive. It looks impressive. Yeah, they did really good with this tank. I really like it. I can't wait to use this thing in a TexasSpaceNavy org night and do some battle against some other tanks. Which brings me to some weaknesses it has. So evidently another tank can one-shot these tanks pretty easily. Now, you have to ask, is that intended? I mean, in real life, that can happen as well, where, you know, you can one-shot a tank with another tank. That's the idea, right? You're supposed to have that high-caliber weapon that goes right on through and defeats your enemy's armor. But in Star Citizen universe, is that realistic with other size 5 weapons taking this thing out? And, you know, yes and no. I mean, I think it's going to depend on the armor when they put it in the game, but you can see this thing's got a heavy slope in the front, so sloped armor can definitely bounce or ricochet enemy shells. At least in real life, that's the way it works. The question is this tank designed in such a way that one of those ricocheting, bouncing shells, non-penetrating shells, don't hit the turret and still penetrate and destroy this tank? Because I don't think that the design is particularly good for that. You know, maybe... No, it's just not good for that. So maybe you can just, you know, take away some of the kinetic energy when it hits the front slope of the tank, and it'll take away enough that it doesn't penetrate the turret. But generally, a lot of tanks have a much stronger armored turret compared to the body. So, you know, they might just do what we call a hold down position, where they hide most of their hull and they can ricochet or bounce shots off of the turret because of the high slope on it. I don't know how they're going to play this. I just don't know. It seems like there's a lot of stuff that can be hit at the top of the tank, you know, that's going to be devastating to it. I'm not against one shot, one kill from one tank to another. I'm just not. But I'd also be for them beefing it up a little bit and requiring 2 or 3 shots to kill an enemy tank. I would be okay with that. Right now, the thing can get killed by an Ursa rover within 10 seconds. That, I don't buy. I don't think the rover should have that kind of penetration against it. You know, the railgun can, I think, 1 or 2 shot it, you know, on foot. I don't think that is necessarily appropriate. Maybe take 3 or 4 shots at least. You know, I don't know. I'm just brainstorming here. What do you guys think? Should it be tougher, or is it more realistic the where it's at? As you can see, I'm firing off that top turret, that top size 2 guns. And in the dark here, this thing lights up and it looks beautiful on this planet. Really cool. You know, again, something I really like about this tank. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Is this thing something that you like where it's at right now? Are you hoping that it gets a better rebalance as far as, you know, the toughness and durability? Do you think it should be more devastating with the cannon? I tell you, this thing will one-shot pretty much any light, maybe even medium fighter. It's devastating. I mean, 26,000 points of damage at the moment. So yeah, it can do some massive damage to ships flying in, though it's not actually, you know, geared towards shooting down ships. I mean, that's what the ballista is for, with its torpedoes and its nasty, what is it, size 3 or 4 Gatling guns. So yeah, this one's more designed to take on ground elements or ground installations. It works really well against the ground turrets on certain bunker missions. So, you know, have a buddy drop you off on the Hurston bunker mission and roll in with your tank and shoot up the ground turrets, then move in on foot. So it's really good. Now, this thing is going to be fun with multiple players. It's not just, I mean, solo player, you could do it, but it's not going to be as great. You're definitely going to want at least 2 people, and I'm going to tell you, this thing's probably going to be fun with 3, because all 3 people have a job that they can do right now in this tank. One can drive, one can fire the size 2s up top and the missiles, and the other one can fire the main gun. So really awesome experience for everybody if that's what you're going for and that's what you want to do. It's definitely available for you know, a full crew right now in Star Citizen. So yeah, really awesome. What do you guys think? Let me know, please. I'm dying to hear what everybody thinks about this thing. I'm loving it so far. I can't wait to use it in a full-scale battle. Maybe I'll have enough people to do 5-on-5 or 10-on-10 or something like that. It would be awesome. We'll put it on the schedule later this month. As you can see, this thing firing on the move, the smoke that comes out, the big flame that comes out the front. It's just awesome. So guys, thanks you once again for tuning in and watching my video. I really do appreciate it. I hope you love it. I hope you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel out. It makes us go a little further on the algorithm. What else helps the channel out? Watching the ads all the way through and clicking on them. And if you want to contribute monetarily to the channel, you can do that through the Patreon or YouTube member program. I'll have that in the description down below. It really does help. You guys have saved my life a lot in the past. I do want to give a shout out to my cat that we had to put down this morning. Miss you, buddy. You know, he's 19 years old, and it was kind of a sad deal. So thoughts and prayers would be much, you know, appreciated. So thank you again, and I'll wish you guys the best. Hope everybody has a good day, good evening, and I'll see you the next time. This is Mud Dog with the Texas Space Navy, and I'll see you out in the verse.